Whew. Guess what finally arrived? If I give you a hint, it's one of these. The Whoop 4.0 has finally arrived. With all the slowdowns, the shipping delays, all the different things that have been going on, it took Whoop quite a bit of time before they got me and, well, the rest of the general public their 4.0. They announced this a long time ago. Like, a long time ago. Copy. But after months and months of patience and waiting and delays, we finally have it. But what's going on, everybody? My name is Abdul. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. I make content about coffee and sometimes some fitness. So if you're into any of that stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video. It really helps out. Now let's get on with the unboxing. Now I know it has been raining in San Diego a bit, but come on, guys. Makes that fun though. Let's get into it. Box. Ooh. As we can see, ooh, he even gave me a cool upcycle it. So Whoop has been talking about a upcycle program for their 3.0s. And actually I do have a friend, that I'm going to upcycle my Whoop to. This is the upcycle kit. So if you are a former 3.0 user, a great incentive is find somebody who might like this. You know, upcycle your Whoop for them. This is the sanitizing kit. Freshen up your old device. So if you're into that sort of thing, or you have somebody that might be interested in jump on the Whoop troop, get them this, or get them your old 3.0. There it is. Finally. Whoop 4.0. Unlock yourself. I just love this part. Ooh. That was just great. All right. So, wow, look at that boxing, look at that stitching. Just attention to detail there, you know, putting their Whoop logo. And I mean, just how it unboxes, that's so cool. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Well, that's one way to get it out. So, I mean, that's a cool looking box, look at that. Right? A new charger, look at this thing. A little bit fatter, a little bit bigger. It's not the same as the other charger. So, and then look at that. There is the new 4.0. In comparison, 3.0, 4.0. I mean, if you just look on the sides right there, just how much, I guess, thicker this one looks. And then this one's just longer now. So longer 3.0, a little bit shorter on that 4.0. Actually might be nicer on, you know, dainty wrists like mine. And then you've got your USB to oh my USB-C. Great job, Whoop. I mean, way to stay with the times. Way to go, USB-C. I like it. The 4.0 is actually smaller than the 3.0. So the sizing differences on the two in comparison, a lot smaller than it used to be. So as I said earlier, for those of you that are former 3.0 users that, you know, bought a bunch of the bands that came with it, unfortunately, the clasps are different. You can't actually use your old 3.0 straps on your 4.0. You have to go get some new ones. Yeah, the clasp is different. Instead, now you have a slide clasp. So it actually slides out and then slides back in. Slides out, slides back in. 3.0, you have to pop that part off and then go all the way around, do the flip. Bob is your uncle, Tammy's your wife. I mean, the click is pretty satisfying. So two of those main differences right there with the hardware. Ooh, that's cool. Now, the difference between the 3.0 puck battery charger jigger, whatever. The old one had those exposed battery prongs. This is actually a wireless and a waterproof charger. Waterproof. You believe that? This was already waterproof before, and now the charger is. So if you catch yourself like me, jumping into the water, jumping into the shower, doing all that stuff, you won't fry one of these pucks while you're actually charging your Whoop. And that was also the great thing about this versus say, well, an Apple Watch. You don't have to take it off to charge it on some, wireless charger. This is now a wireless charger that you can actually just attach and go, and then really go. So now if you accidentally do jump into the shower or anything like that with your charger, the 4.0 charger anyway, you won't fry it or electrocute yourself. Maybe just be cautious in general. Know that this won't die, or you won't. Don't die. The other thing, as we said earlier, USB-C now. Not so much the USB 3.0 anymore. Or is it micro? I can't keep track anymore. Now, continuing on with hardware, the major change is the sensor array. These things back here. Now, this 3.0 versus this 4.0, there are so many more sensors on the 4.0 now. Most of you that have the 3.0 that have been looking at the health monitor that came up had a couple new features. You had the blood oxygen saturation monitor and you had the skin temperature. So these are new metrics that come in the 4.0 that read, well, your skin temperature and your body. But either way, thanks to the new sensor setup in the 4.0, we have even more metrics. More metrics means more data, means, well, better accuracy for recovery and making us better. The 3.0 has 2 green LEDs and 1 photodiode for measuring. It's not bad. But now the 4.0, well, has 4 of those, and it has red and green infrared sensors for more accuracy and more data points to be collected. So more information. But really, this is just Whoop trying to be as accurate and as precise as possible. I mean, most of this stuff you'd find on monitors at hospitals, and now we have it as a wearable. That's awesome. The 4.0 measures heart rate variability, skin temperature, skin conductance, skin conductance, respiratory rate, your pulse oximetry, and movement. That's a lot. That's good. This is so much information from something so simple. And this is the 4.0. That is crazy. And that's not even the new feature I'm most excited about. In this new 4.0, they added haptic feedback. So what does that mean? It's a big word for it vibrates. There's a vibrating motor in here that you can set to alarms. And that is amazing. That's one of the reasons why I still keep my Apple Watch, besides, well, checking the time and, checking my messages. But it has a haptic motor in it that also, well, wakes me up in the morning, just, so I don't have to keep my phone on me in the room, and it just buzzes and wakes me up. Now, one of the simplest things that I wished my 3.0 had was that. And now, well, I get it on my 4.0, and that is super cool. So let's go over the software changes, or the app changes, that is, because, well, it works with this thing. As some of you, obviously, that have had the 3.0 versus the 4.0, we don't have monitors, we have the application. That's how we track things. So now I know I was spouting out a whole bunch of different big words of skin temperature, pulse oximetry, heart rate variability, etc., except the great part about that application, or the application in general, is when you open it up in your Whoop app, it just gives you everything there in layman's terms. Simple. I have my recovery, I have my heart rate variability, how much I've been straining, and what I actually have been doing this whole time. So it's very, very, very consumable and very, very simple. I mean, it gives you everything you need in the first screen. So almost everything in the app is exactly the same. Well, except for maybe the workout stuff in that workout category. They finally added in CrossFit, so thank you for that. The weekly reviews are the same, the monthly reviews are the same. You can still look up where your journal entries are. all those different things. However, now you have the new health monitor that you have access to in that front screen. So it has the new blood oxygen levels and your skin temperature. So that's all part of the new health monitor. And speaking on like differences, the slight difference that I've been wanting to talk about this whole time that I'm very, very excited about is in the sleep coach. Now the sleep coach has changed a little bit with that haptic alarm that I was telling you about. So this thing has a vibrating motor that is set for you to actually, well, get woken up by it. But it's not just a simple alarm. Well, they do have that simple alarm in there, but they have 3 different things to it. You can, well, set a certain time that you want to be woken up by. So set the alarm, set it, forget it, which is their exact time wake up feature. But Whoop took it a step further than that. If you were a 3.0 user, you know that you have a sleep coach to help you get either your peak performance, your perform performance, or your get by performance. Now with that in mind, Whoop took the second version of the alarms and you can set it towards your sleep goal. So if you're aiming to peak, it'll set it to your peak alarm. If you're aiming to perform, it's going to set it to your perform alarm. Or again, your get by, just gotta get by. And it will set the alarm in accordance to what your sleep coach has set. That's a really cool feature. And I'm not done. There's some more. The third alarm that you can set your Whoop 4.0 on is once your Whoop notices you're recovered in the green, as we say, because you don't have a 3.0, you don't know this usually, but there's 3 colors. You've got your red, you've got your yellow, and then you've got your green. And green means go. Green, get it? Cool. You're good to go. It'll wake you up. So that's a really, really cool feature. That's so simple that they just put right in here. That's awesome. Can't wait to test that one out. So there's a good amount of changes on the 3.0 to the 4.0. Not a lot. However, these changes are for a lot more accuracy and to better help us, well, get more metrics, more information, and become, well, better human beings. And that's always a plus. And even simple features, like I'm obsessed with that alarm. That's gonna be weirdly awesome. I won't have to be double fisting anymore. Maybe, we'll see. I do like reading my messages from time to time on my watch. We'll see. But if you're interested in checking out the Whoop, I'll leave a link in the description box below. If you're interested in the new 4.0, go ahead and just hit that link. But I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please hit the like button. It totally helps out with the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I'll see your beautiful faces on the next one. Bye. Bye. I don't know how to outro this because I can't even reach the camera. I can't. It's so far away. Damn it. Next thing. I'm gonna crack my knuckles a lot. Bye.